AOB, just all off for getting money, said all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey.
A coach of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the counter, Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice the hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
87, General West. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 54 is Mike. 54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ain't no sense.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, orbit. Lion.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown. This is taken at his 4.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
5-9, 5-9. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter gains.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. Ortez at left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
On second down now, it's Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. 74, 74. Listen. Mike 55. He don't know no better. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Shotgun now for Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rip left, rip left. Watch twist, watch twist.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Here we go. 47. 53. Tackles. Check. 53. Check.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott wide open. Amari Cooper. And he'll go out near mid. Field at the 49. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
First down, Cowboys. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Sweetheart.
A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally, another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott to throw it.
What the fuck,
Trying to
man?
get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure. What this is about.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's get off the field, D. We go 46, 46. 2, watch 2.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Throw it, Clark.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't blocking
Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Kill.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Throw it away, bro.
Here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Better not play that same play,
Okay,
bro.
let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front.
And you are.
What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And Sanders now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
So you just fucking play back-to-back on the defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 54. Run. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, check.
On play action, Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hey, tight end's right. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Hey, ram.
Need some therapy after this. Alert flare.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back
Come
pocket.
on, he's going the backside of him.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get
from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag.
The fuck, dude?
But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman at Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
You know, you better watch that same play, dude. I know it too well now.
Prescott on first down. 20. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 23 yards on the play. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field.
He was getting blocked.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Hey, kill.
Mike. 53, Mike. Rip right. 53 to Mike. 53.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Check. Watch 54.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
It's done.
On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Hey, pick it
Go,
up.
go.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Watch the pass.
Straight 15. Straight 15. What's up?
It's our time.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Go to Clement here out of the backfield. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Again, it's Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. 47.
To the right. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Here's Prescott. Able to get
Throw
away.
it, dude.
But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
God,
Give the
man.
sack to Fletcher Cox.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He wouldn't throw it the fucking way.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to go for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Missed it.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
One time, there's no delay.
Tied here in this 3rd quarter. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 5-4. What's this? What we got? Mike's 54.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right there. Bush. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. What's that?
Now a play fake. Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Just bowling over tacklers. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Three down. We'll go 47. Watch two. Check right, check shot. Mike two. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Of course.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Marr able to put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm here all day. I'm here.
They fake the give. Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 120.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
This by 7.
Mike 54.
Listen.
Hey, I'm coming.
Skip.
54 is Mike.
Great 15. Great 15.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
Blocking the back.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Of course they do.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Of course.
And now
Horrible
a
fucking
low
punt.
rider. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
Never hit it right.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Hey, exit.
Mike by 4, Mike.
Wait.
Hey, let's get this. Check 31. Check 31.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20.
This dude gets all the lucky ass shit, man.
And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down, this is Adams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
55, Mike, 55.
Hey, team 6.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
81.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing today.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Hey, Zoo.
Man, I got you. Mike,
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
So this one will end in a